New Zealand's parliament has voted to ban all types of semi-automatic weapons and assault rifles following the Christchurch attacks.
Here's a summary of the article.
New Zealand's parliament has voted to ban all types of semi-automatic weapons and assault rifles following the Christchurch attacks. These weapons were designed to kill, and they were designed to maim, and that is what they did on 15 March, Ms Arden told MPs. Australian Brenton Tarrant, a self-proclaimed white supremacist, faces 50 murder charges and 39 attempted murder charges. 6 days after this attack, we are announcing a ban on all military-style semi-automatics and assault rifles in New Zealand, Ms Arden said in a news conference last month. The gunman, armed with semi-automatic rifles including an AR-15, is believed to have modified his weapons with high-capacity magazines, the part of the gun which stores ammunition, so they could hold more bullets. What are semi-automatic weapons and assault rifles? Semi-automatic weapons, also known as self-loading firearms, fire one bullet per trigger pull with no reloading required. An assault weapon can switch between semi-automatic or fully automatic modes. Semi-automatic weapons are typically pistols, rifles and shotguns, including the AR-15 rifle.
This post received a score of 5,271, with an upvote ratio of 90%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
The one against was David Seymour, leader of the ACT Party, who had raised concerns about the speed at which the legislation was pushed through. There has been no significant opposition within Parliament to the bill itself. Edit. Here is the final parliamentary speech before the bill was voted on. I would recommend watching some of the speeches made by members of the opposition as well. Edit 2, and here is the bill itself. Edit 3, here is an article which discusses the next steps for gun law alterations. Edit 4, index of transcripts of speeches on the Arms Amendment Bill. In case this thread receives wide attention, here's part of a previous comment for those unfamiliar with NZ's political system. NZ's legislative process can be viewed here, also can be read about at www.nz. For a concise and accessible explanation of how NZ's representatives are elected, I highly recommend this video from CGP Grey. Want to see where you fit on the NZ political spectrum? Here is a 30-question questionnaire. I would recommend skipping questions related to specific parties or candidates as some of these are out of date.
Our MMP is amazing. It's so weird to think about other countries like the UK and the US without PR and how screwed up voter incentives can be without it. It amounts to systemic political suppression in my mind given how effectively it discourages diverse representation. FPTP is shite. You can form a majority government with far less than a majority of the electorate's votes. I think the current UK government got about 35% of the votes cast at the last general election.
42%, 2% more than Labour, which translated into 20% more seats. No party has ever won more than 50% of votes. It's an awful system.
In 1886, when 60% of men could vote, the Conservative and Lib. Unionists got 51.40% of the vote and 58.66% of seats, largely because of the existence of Irish seats outside Ulster.
That's two separate parties though. Just because they had an electoral pact, doesn't mean they were the same party.
Title. Article. These say very different things.
You forget most who call for outright bans of guns have no concept of what the terms they use actually mean.
Most words have some ambiguity and the courts are reasonably adept at dealing with them. Assault rifle is as well defined as fiduciary responsibility.
Assault rifle has a set definition, a select fire automatic or semi-automatic weapon chambered in an intermediate cartridge, high velocity effective out to 300 meters. There is no ambiguity, a gun either meets the definition or it does not.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.